Well, not a lot going on today. The mailman was running really late. Usually he's anywhere between 9:30 and 10:30, and he wasn't here until about 11:15. So got me on a late start working on the pressure washer here. I was hoping to have that done pretty quickly, and then I could go and return this. Nothing's working out like I had planned this morning when I got up. Got a call this morning, and the guy said he had a mower, 60-inch mower, and needs some work. And I knew he wasn't going to bring it. I absolutely knew it. You can just tell. I don't know why people lie. It makes absolutely no sense. So he tells me what he's got and what's wrong with it. And I said, well, do you need me to pick it up, or can you bring it over? He says, well, you know, I got a trailer full of stuff, so I can't really bring it over. And I said, well, what size is it? And he says, well, it's a 60-inch. I said, I'm sorry, my equipment doesn't handle 60-inch. Okay, well, I'll get a trailer this morning and get it over to you this morning. Well, I mean, closing time is less than an hour away. It's not here. As soon as he said it, I knew he wasn't going to bring it. So, what they want, and I don't understand this, is they want me to come over to their place and work on it. And I understand that there are people who do that. I don't. And the guy who used to do repairs here, he didn't either. So it's not like the area is used to having a mobile mechanic come around. But a mobile mechanic is going to cost so much more money. And I mean, you'd have to have a huge boxed in trailer to hold all your tools and your lift, and you'd have to be big enough that you could work in the trailer. I mean, if you're having to change out the oil, for example, and you dumped a bunch of oil on their driveway, they'd be furious. And I mean, I've done some off-site works, and not that I wanted to, but you know, for special occasions, let's just call it that, I have been known to go off-site. And inevitably, you always forget something, a part that you needed, a hose, you know, something. So if you don't have your entire shop inside a trailer, you just couldn't do it. Or you're running back and forth, and they don't want to pay for travel costs. I mean, they just don't. And I'm starting to get where I'm charging $10 to pick up and $10 for delivery, and you can already hear, oh, is that much, huh? Well, yeah, man, you live 20 minutes, you know, 20 miles away. Well, I guess it's, you know, you think they're just ripping their arm off, but why should I eat the cost of all that? And the thing is, it's $10. Let's say it takes me an hour to go get it. So, you know, I'm down that hour. I could have charged an hourly rate plus gas. So anyway, I knew he wasn't going to bring it. And one of the ways you can tell that they're not going to bring it is they always say, I've been working on it. I've changed the spark plug and the ignition coil, and I've done this and that and this, and I just can't figure out what it is. And you know, they don't want to bring it. They want you to tell them what's wrong with it. So what they want to do is they want you to go over to their place. You start fishing around, you'll spray some starting fluid in the carburetor, fires off, and you say, oh, needs a new carburetor. Oh, is that all? I can handle that. Well, thank you, sir. And they don't want to pay you. The other thing is, you know, I don't take ATM cards, credit cards, and I don't want to take checks either. I don't want to chase around after a check all day long. So, you know, when one bounces, I don't have the resources to go hunt that down and call the banks and do all that. So I say cash. I say it right up front. I tell everybody, yeah, I'm a cash only business. It's just safer. So if you go to their place and you fix it, let's say you fix it, and you say, okay, that's $100 cash. Oh, I don't have that much cash. Can you take a check? They'll say it. I've actually had it happen. Even though they knew it was going to be a cash transaction. Oh, I don't have that much. Can you take a check? No, I need cash. Okay, well, let's see. I guess I'll go into town next week. And so what are you going to do? You're going to take their mower? No, you can't take their mower, because then they'll just call the cops and say you're stealing their mower. So you got to hope that they're going to pay for it. And a long time ago, 20 years ago, I've had people not pay. You knock on the door, they're like, who are you? Yeah, I worked on your mower last week. You owe me some money. Nobody worked on my mower. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. I mean, so what are you going to do? You're just chasing it all the time. You know, you call the police. Of course, the police say, you know, it's a civil matter. I didn't know that back then, but now I do. So, the police aren't going to do anything. So you're just out the money. And if you have to buy parts, I mean, imagine that. You go get $200-300 worth of parts and they don't want to pay. I mean, you're going to have to sue, but is it really worth the time and the effort and the downtime that you're going to have to go to court? And so it's just not worth it to me to go off site. But on the other hand, I guess I'm going to lose business. The thing is the folks who do work off site, that's what's funny, is they'll go over there with their trailer, a box full of tools. They'll look at it, and then they'll say, oh, well, I'm going to have to take this with me. So it's not like they're winning anything by finding a mobile mechanic around here. Even with cars, people say, I need a mobile mechanic to change a starter. They'll come out, look at it, oh no, I'm going to have to put this up on the lift, and pick it up and take it with them. So what else is going on? I got a new phone today. I really didn't want to get a new phone, but I'm glad I got it when I did. This one's much bigger than the one I had. But the old one I had, the YouTube, not the YouTube app, but the YouTube studio, where I can look at all my analytics and everything. And I have to have it, especially with having 2 channels. You got to have it. YouTube was warning me that it's not working correctly anymore. Then I need to upgrade my phone. But I couldn't upgrade it. My phone just would not upgrade. I couldn't, it just wouldn't. It kept saying I needed Wi-Fi, so I went to a Wi-Fi connection, still wouldn't do it. So I Googled it, and some phones you just can't upgrade. I don't know if that one was, but so I bought this one. It's a A15, Samsung Galaxy A15, and it's pretty nice. But I bought it for $100. I don't like telling you the price of things because it feels like I'm bragging. But I'm glad I got it for $100 because that was probably Thursday that I bought it, and today it's $143. So that's the only reason I'm telling you the price. I'm not bragging. I'm bragging that I got the $43 savings. So I tried to convince Carolyn to get one. She didn't want one. Of course, I mean, we're both pretty stingy with money. She said, I don't need one. My apps are still working, so as long as it's working for her, I guess she's happy. But this one's pretty big. We might start watching TV on this one because hers, you know, we usually watch it on hers, but we'll probably start watching on this one because it's a much bigger screen. That'll be nice. What else is going on? I got a weed eater. Parts are supposed to be here tomorrow. Probably 11 o'clock again. So, but I guess, you know, I would like to say we're slowing down. I mean, we're still getting equipment in. The guy with the pressure washer here, you know, got that repaired. And I'm supposed to take that back. The reason I haven't taken it back again is he's got this 60-inch pull thing where you pull it behind your ATV or your lawnmower. And, you know, it's got its own engine, so you start it. So you can literally run your lawnmower and this side by side, basically, pulling it with your lawnmower. And so if you had a 60-inch and that thing's a 60-inch, you could theoretically get 120 inches cut every time you made a pass. So he wants me to work on that. So he's digging that out, he said. And then, so I'll return the pressure washer. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't do it. I'm charging him $10 every time I drop something off. You know, we already picked up a lawnmower, so that was $20. I went there, picked it up, and then took it back. Well, then he throws this in the back of the truck, so now I'll take it back for $10. And then he'll put that 60-inch in there, and then I'll have to charge him $10 to take that back. If he'd have given me both pieces of equipment at the same time, or all 3 of them at the same time, then it would have been just 1 or 2, you know, $20 or $30 at max. Granted, you know, that 60-inch and his riding mower wouldn't have fit in the truck at the same time, but you get the idea. So we'll work on the weed eater tomorrow. I'm sure we'll pick up business again. It just, one day you're wondering, are you ever going to get any more work? And the next day you're just swamped. I mean, last week we were just swamped. What do we have? Five mowers here at one time, and a chainsaw, and I got it all done like within 2 days. Once the parts started rolling in. So these little tiki torches are a huge asset. I really enjoy having them. Working out here on the lawnmowers and stuff. The mosquitoes just eat you alive. Carolyn doesn't like them too much because the smoke gets in her face and it makes her hard to breathe, but I'm enjoying them. I went and picked up a couple more, and I guess we'll have to get some more tiki fluid. So I think we have 3 now. We had 4, but one of them, the wick is kind of in bad shape. I highly recommend those. Now, I am deeply concerned when it's sitting on the porch like this that it's going to get knocked over and catch the porch on fire. So we don't leave it out here by itself. If it's out here on the concrete, then yeah, it can burn. But the problem with it sitting on the concrete, when you start up the lawnmower, it seems like I've always got it in front of the exhaust for some reason. I don't understand how that always happens, but you start it up and the exhaust blows it out and knocks it over. At least it's blowing it out before it knocks it over. That's a bonus. But it's happened twice now. Even the pressure washer did it. So we had a lawnmower that did it, and the pressure washer, both of them knocked it over and blew it out. So I don't know, there's not a lot going on today, and well, I guess there is a lot going on. I mean, I had to update the phone, so that took a long time, and so I'm running kind of behind today. Carolyn did laundry. We got the water filled up. It was pretty cloudy during that time. However, it did sun up, so we're going to complete charge, even though we had to do all that today. And the dog still comes around. I've told you about this dog, this stray, but she is only coming around at nighttime now. Doesn't come during the day, so she leaves food out for him, and he's eating it. She's eating it. So I guess that's all I got for today. It's a pretty short video, so if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over to my other channel. So I hope I can inspire you to stay busy so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.